Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. I think yesterday I said it was April. It's actually May. It's May the 10th, and it's 49 degrees here in Hampstead. I'm still waiting for a lot of donuts to go today. I think they ordered 204. Why wouldn't just get off at 200? We went for the. So what I'm thinking about doing, possibly, is are we having? No, I don't think I'm having technical difficulties. I've got to turn the text to speech on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. It should be working now. I didn't turn that on yet. So I don't think that was a technical difficulty. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me do one more thing here. She's finishing up the donuts. I'm going to go in there in a second. It's very nice out today. I mean, it's going to be sunny this morning, I guess. I didn't know that. Okay, there's this music. Music's there. You guys will be in my pocket. Let me see if they're ready. I just got my show started.
Show going on.
Is that me?
Yeah, then I just have to give you this one, and then there's going to be 4. So I don't know. I have a spot there.
Okay. All right. I can wait.
Yep.
The show is on. Actually, I'm mic'd up, so don't say anything crazy.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.
Do you have that on?
Huh?
Do you have that on?
The camera's in the thing, but I got my mic on. So they can hear me, they just can't see me. I could bring it in. All right, I'll bring it in. You guys want to come in? Is the text and speech working? Somebody type something just so I can see if it's working. Because I got the cameras on. All right, we're going in. See, it should read that. Here we are. We're in the bakery. This is where it all happens. That's my order right there. 204 donuts. Here's the donut code. There's Jennifer. They're still being processed. Look at all this stuff. Still coming in. Still Mother's Day stuff. Not even on the shelf yet. You're seeing it. Stuff being made up over here. Check this out. This is a very dangerous machine. Ovens. And then how many donuts are you making for us?
Total today was 420. So
420 total donuts.
yeah. So 200 for us.
Wow. Yeah. All right, she's almost done, so I'm going to go back out to the van. That way I can get that packed up. Wonder why I didn't do that. Okay. Wonder why I didn't do that. I saw that you typed something. I saw the Happy Mother's Day message. I got the speaker on. And the text to speech looked like it was working. So let me check that real quick.
Anaku 594
Oh, there we
says,
go.
wow, what a warm and welcoming place. So cute.
There we go. You guys are on. You're on. There we go. All right, let me roll you guys now. So this is me, right? Everything here. This is a huge order for them. Huge. I can't get over how heavy the
Anaku 594 says, Craig, this would make a great short.
bakery one inside the bakery, you mean? It's probably a good idea. There's that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Anaku 594 says, yes.
Yeah, I should try to do something with that. The rest of these on the Lenny's. Check it out. They're getting 200 donuts today. At what a day. Yeah. What a day. Yeah. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's back in. And then we're good to go. All right, I'll be back.
All right, see you around.
Oh, sorry. Window's good. Speaker's on. Here we go. Lightless. We're going to be lightless. It's bright. I can't believe it's like totally sunny at 6 o'clock. Flags going up. He doesn't even know. All right, here we go.
Player.THC.0
Seatbelts on.
says seatbelts on.
Yes, seatbelts on. Thank you. That's true. That's true. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to pursue happiness. Here we go. With a van full of donuts. So it's just the one delivery today, but it is a big delivery. So we're going to What A Day. I don't think I have to get gas today. So we just have one trip to What A Day. And we're good to go.
Anna2594 says, and don't leave any cameras behind.
Yeah,
At Sawyer.ca2.0
exactly.
says, yeah, happy.
That's right. We don't want to leave the camera on the door. I saw on the way up to the bakery this morning, I saw like this whole family. It must have been like 6 or 7 deer standing on the side of the road, just kind of hanging out. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, yesterday. So I looked at the video yesterday where we were by the cows, and I mean it was a decent video, but it was, I couldn't really get a good picture. I wanted to get a picture of the cow's face, but it wasn't really clear enough for that. I couldn't zoom in close enough to get a good picture of her face. So I wanted to make that my thumbnail yesterday, but it just wasn't quite right. Got a whole site on that house. When we come back, I'll show you that house. The one that was on fire at one point. It's all rebuilt now.
Anna2594 says, what about the little calf? So cute.
Yeah, I like the little cat. I like how he like jumped around a little bit. It was kind of funny. I didn't realize he did that, but he kind of did like a little circle. And that's exactly what AJ did. When AJ is really excited and he's jumping around, he makes a circle like that. I didn't realize it was a cow thing too. It's a little bit cooler out today, but not bad. Very springy. So yesterday, the bakery was incredibly busy. Like from about, I don't know exactly what time it started, but it seemed like from at least 8 or 9 o'clock until I left. I didn't leave until 2. I mean, there were times when there were like 10. You saw the size of the bakery. It's it's very open, so you can see like where everything's being made. But the front section where you're shopping, it's a relatively small area, and there were like 10 or 15 people packed in there at times yesterday. It was crazy. I think this morning will be the last minute, people. I think this morning, Jennifer, I'm kind of curious to see if it has any impact on my views, because I put that Mother's Day short out last night, and I think Jennifer is going to put that on her bakery's Facebook page, so that ought to be interesting to see if anybody. I think she's got a pretty good group of people that follow her, so that'd be kind of cool. I wonder where deer go during the day. You know, I see deer like in the middle of the day. Let's see. Yesterday was a pretty nice day. I wonder if this guy. Nope, I see him. I see the two. See the two on the right hand side there. 2 choir people. The snowman's still there. They are the survivors.
Hana2594 says just looked at short. Perfect music and great for today.
Yeah, I'd never heard that song before. I found that song yesterday. Thank you. There was a little bit of fog coming up when I was driving up this morning too.
Anaku594 says hard part is choosing.
Choosing the song. Yeah. Yeah, you hear a lot of music that you've never heard before.
Anaku594 says what to buy.
Oh, what to buy? Yeah. That's true too. That's true too. I think what's really selling a lot now, I mean you've still got cakes and all, I mean that's all still the main products, but a lot of the small, like the little cakes that they make and the little things like that like one or two people could eat, instead of having a whole cake. It's becoming very popular. Sunday morning. It's quiet on the roads on Sunday morning.
Oh, 6448 says good morning everyone.
Hey, good morning, Hala. Happy Sunday. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can we make this light? This is a long light if we don't make it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Hala, we got a lot of donuts in the van today. What a day is getting 204 donuts. And they're getting, I think they're getting 10 cinnamon buns, which is a lot for them. They didn't get any cronuts today. So people must be grabbing the donuts instead of the cronuts. But they usually only get about four to six.
6448 says happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It looks like an official vehicle over there on the left. Yes, it was. Montgomery County Police. It's kind of out of his area. This is Carroll County. Montgomery County is south of this area. I don't know I don't know how far we are from Montgomery County, but it's down there closer to Washington.
Paula 6448 says that's a lot of donuts. There will be a lot of happy moms.
Yeah, true. Sometimes when I'm loading the trays, I think, where will this donut go? You just never know. Oh, something is crossing the road up here. Not terribly fast. No, looks like a groundhog. Groundhog. But I do. Sometimes I wonder, where will this donut end up? I mean, I know where it's going to end up. In general, I know where it's going to end up.
Hanapu 594 says yes, they have a life after they leave you, albeit short.
That's true.
At Hala
That is true.
6448 says I saw it. It was a regular sized groundhog.
That's correct. It was not a big. It was not a big groundhog. You're right. I guess he was running about as fast as a groundhog can run. They're not too speedy. What are the plans for the day? We're gonna make this. We're gonna see yellow. Maybe. Ah,
6448 says maybe you should put an electronic tracker on one of donuts one day, see where it ends up.
how small are they? Are they edible? That would be interesting. I might actually be following not just the donut, but the customer as well. I keep forgetting that tracking devices are pretty common nowadays. I'm not sure how I would have felt about it if I was little, and I had one of those. I remember seeing an ad for some shoes that you could buy for your kids, and it had there was a tracker in the shoe. And I think it was being sold with the idea that the child would never lose the shoe. Sure, it was used for other reasons, like keeping an eye on where they were going.
Hanapu 594 says, does your dog have one?
No. No, AJ does not have one. I did. His mom, his had one. Dad did not. But yeah, I didn't get that put in. Probably is a good idea though.
Paula 6448 says I wonder if they have them designed as a chocolate chip or sprinkle. At Donapoo 594 says heard about a tracking device that you use at Disney for children.
Yeah, now see, I could see that being useful in an amusement park. It's that whole question about like, I mean, especially well with kids, it's different. I mean, it really isn't like a privacy thing, but I don't know. Even elderly people could be helpful for elderly people.
Paula 6448 says yes. I think they are useful for some older folks.
They still haven't found any evidence of we're not Savannah's the daughter. Or Savannah? Look, it's been so long now, I can't even remember. You know,
6448 says Jinx. As you said it, I wrote it.
but was the mother's name? It wasn't Savannah. Savannah's the daughter. What was the mother's name? How can I forget it? Nancy. Nancy? I think it's Nancy. Yeah, it was Nancy. You probably typed it when I was saying it.
Donapoo 594 says Nancy.
Yeah. I mean, they never did find anything, right? Like, is that still a thing? I guess somebody's still looking. I can't imagine. It's probably a pretty rough Mother's Day at that family household.
Donapoo 594 says yes, crazy how that could even happen.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Paula6448 says yes, it did drop out of news. Hopefully they are still looking. Definitely a rough Mother Day there.
I mean, the crazy thing is that kind of stuff is happening. Like, it's, I don't want to say frequently, but it happens a lot more than we all know. What? Sundays, we usually have to call because they're not. Let's see.
Paula6448 says too often.
Very true. This song. I'm not a fan of this song. All right, here we go. Let me call. Oh, I'm just gonna call. I wonder why I'm going to that instead of to your speaker. I got my phones connected to all kinds of stuff. It's getting all out of control. All right, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna go? All right, I'm hanging up. I believe they're going to just open the door now. I have faith. Perfect. Good morning. You're gonna have the sunlight in your eyes. I don't think that's gonna work today. I don't think that's a good spot for you today because the sun's gonna be in your eyes. I'm gonna put you back on the van today. I feel like I've got, you know that, like, what are they called? Brass knuckles? I could defend myself with this in case we get attacked by some kind of crazy donut person. Oh, no, there. Come here. There we go. Boom. All right. Good. Check something here.
Angela.pro5D says hi.
Angela, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. We just got to what a day? on Mother's Day. Oh, I didn't show you. Did you see it, Haley? Did you see it now? Pick up the whole thing. Here's our tray full of them. There's our 10 cinnamon buns. 10 cinnamon buns. And now begin the 204 donuts. Let's start there. It's the last tray from the back. M&Ms. Chocolate M&Ms. White. I don't know what that is. Is that like white chocolate or just white ice? This was the heavy one. I'm going to weigh this one day and tell you how much this weighs. There's so much. I mean, it's noticeably the heaviest. This is the second heaviest. Got all the cream in there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If anybody's ever watching me unload this truck, they're going to think I think they got a lot of these chocolate glazed. Because here comes some more. So that was 20. There's 20 on a tray. So they got 36 of the chocolate glazed. Must be a big seller. Big seller. Chocolate M&Ms. Heath bar. Straight up glazed. Strawberry. Last but not least, our mini Danish. And we're back to the white, fluffy. Look at that, look at that. All right. That is a rack full of goodness. Good morning. You got a lot of donuts today.
Mother's Day.
Well, I can't believe you almost sold all those donuts from yesterday.
Sorry.
You had a lot yesterday too.
I want to get that.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one.
Trace. I guess I'll leave the door open. I think there's a Good morning. Oh, I think she I'm done. So she left the door open. I guess that makes sense. If I hadn't been done, I'd be. Let me go close the door. Okay.
Angela.co5b says thank you, Craig.
What are you up to today, Angela? What time is it? 7, going on 7, going on 6 there. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Angela.co5b says thank you, Hala. Angela.co5b says happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. It's Mother's Day. You know, I looked it up yesterday. Different countries celebrate Mother's Day on
Hala
different days.
6448 says I missed the unloading. Did all them donuts fit on the rack?
They did. They just made it. They just made it. I think we had about maybe 2 empty shelves. That's what we want to call them. Because they had one with some muffins on it, and I think they had one that was some leftover stuff from yesterday. But yeah, so that means they went through a lot of donuts yesterday because we took 174 there yesterday. That's good. They open at 7, so I'm glad we got
Hala
there.
6448 says yes. Not everyone celebrates it today, and some call it Women's Day, I believe. At Angela.co5b says Hola, I saw you wear on the other day on the ferry. I need to check out the derby from yesterday.
Yeah, the ferry, those videos were good. I couldn't believe how blue the water looked.
Hala 648 says oh wow. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate that. You made my day.
I was going to ask you, Hala, when you were on the ferry and you were by Coney Island, and I could see some amusement rides at one point, and I was wondering, is that I have been to Coney Island and I rode the Cyclone, so I was at that amusement park once, many years ago. So I'm wondering if that is that where the amusement park is? Is that the Coney Island amusement park that has the Cyclone? I couldn't really tell. I think I saw like a Ferris wheel. I saw there were some rides, but I couldn't tell if there was Cyclones over there. The Cyclone is not a terribly big roller coaster. It's just very old, right? They're very famous. I remember it's not huge, but it's got history.
Paula 6448 says thanks Craig. I gotta figure out what's going on with my signal. It doesn't seem stable.
It's probably hard out. Maybe when you're up on the water, you're too far from a pole, tower, whatever.
Anaku594 says Hala, what is the name of your YouTube channel? Hala 6448 says the Cyclone is there but not boardwalk, it's block up.
Okay.
Hala 6448 says it's Hala 6448. Anaku594 says thanks.
Hala, what does the number mean? Does that number mean anything, or were you just were there 6,000?
6448 says there is a great, fun parade in Coney Island coming up, but unfortunately I can't go this year.
Oh, that's cool.
At Hala 6448 says thank you Donna.
I think it's very cool that you can get around on ferries all over the city like that. Baltimore has a water taxi, but it basically just takes you kind of across the harbor. There's a couple of different stops, maybe for
Hala 6448 says I have to short of island. It soon.
oh. My brother and I there's probably still in existence. There's a called the Roller Coaster Enthusiasts or something like that. Roller Coaster Enthusiasts, I think, is the name. Anyway, we were members of that for a while. We went all over the place, but Coney Island was one of the places we wanted to get to and ride the Cyclone.
Anaku594 says looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, Holland's got some neat stuff going on up in New York.
Hala 6448 says yes, it has become a nice way to travel even if it takes a bit longer.
And I noticed when you went down, like they have a whole snack bar type of thing on there too. That's nice. I was thinking about doing the Cape May ferry, the one that goes from Lewes, Delaware to Cape May. I think if I don't know how long that ride is. And I don't remember how the parking is. Like if your car is out in the open, I could probably just keep the Starlink on top of my car, get a pretty good connection. I think that'd be kind of cool. Do a live stream all the way across. I'm sure somebody's done that before. Hala, have you done that? You've probably done that. I didn't see it.
Paula 6448 says, but my signal, it doesn't make sense because I see others who stream from the same spots without issues.
Oh. Yeah, that is weird then. There is somebody up in New York that I've seen bits and pieces of. Look, there's that groundhog is now back over on that side of the road.
Paula 6448 says, I was on the ferry. I don't remember if it's covered.
I think there is an area in the back where you park your car, and I think some of it is open. I don't know if it all is though. I remember I've done it like within the last 5 years, I think. But even if it wasn't like that, I could probably get away with having the carrying the Starlink up to wherever I was sitting and have it sitting next to me. It's kind of like carrying a laptop around with you.
Idianet says a Paula fun parade in Ocean City, New Jersey is the Doodah Parade, which is a parade of basset hounds. It's always a Saturday after tax day in April. It's pretty adorable. Hundreds of basset hounds. At Paula 6448
cool.
says maybe the groundhog thinks the grass is greener on the other side.
That's where he was standing up in the grass. Yes. Yeah. Sunny day. Well, good morning, Janet. Happy Mother's Day.
Paula 6448 says that sounds cool, Jan. Good morning. Idianet says good morning and thanks. Happy Mother's Day to all.
What a day was down to, I think they've only got 2 small bags of the dog bones on that shelf. And I think it's been pretty empty for a day or two now, so I'm surprised they haven't ordered any. Of course, they got 204 donuts this morning. I went in the bakery this morning. If you check out I guess the first 10 or
Paula
15 minutes.
6448 says it seems like a lot of stuff happens in OC. There was a big car show last week.
Well, was that OC Maryland or OC New Jersey? I thought that you were telling me about what was in Ocean City, Maryland, right? Did they also have one in Ocean City, New Jersey? It's confusing. It's too many ocean cities.
Kittynet says at Paula, yes, it was their block party. They have another one in October, I think, as well.
Was there?
At Paula 6448 says yes. Oh, the dogs are in NJ. I am confused.
Janet, if you guys want to see the, I went inside the bakery with the camera this morning because they had a very large donut order. So Jennifer was still finishing up the donuts when I started the live stream. Took the camera in and said hi to everybody. Well, everybody, being Jen and Bob. Wow, the cows are very spread out.
Two 594 says yes. I am going to watch it again. At Paula 6448 says cool. I have to go back to see that. At Kittynet says I'll have to check it out. I bet they were up early this morning making the donuts.
They probably were. Yeah, I think she had something over 400. It's total. 200 of them went to What a Day.
Paula 6448 says was everything ready or you have to double back to reload?
No, it was all ready. It was ready. Because we just had the one delivery today. And it all fit in the van. It would have been tight if we also had Lenny's. It's because, especially with the donuts, I can't really stack the donuts.
594 says looks like an edible art gallery.
It does, doesn't it? That's true.
Paula 6448 says oh, only one delivery today. I am surprised.
Sundays are you there? So we've got the two choir people and the snowman, Secret Service snowman. Sundays, I only What a Day, and usually Tuesdays also are only What a Day. So they're the 2 days that I start at 6.
6448 says I know the florists are extra busy today.
Yeah, true. True. I wonder if they'll have like DoorDash deliveries of flowers. I mean, he had some on Valentine's Day. I remember that. Wow. These folks are up early. I've seen 2 people now that were like cutting the grass already. Probably out there saying, I got to clean up the grass. Mom's coming over.
6448 says that's a good analogy, Donna. Some of the stuff looks like art.
It is. You're absolutely, I've often said to like Morgan, Jennifer, like when you're watching them decorate a cake, it is like artwork. It really is. Yeah, there's a little bit of like fog, like haze, fog over the ground.
Anapu 594 says yes. Starting the day being right about something. Oh, 6448 says I have the news on in the background. They just said the ferries between NJ and NYC are increasing prices tomorrow due to higher fuel cost.
Oh, really? Do you pay, like, do you get some kind of card that you put money on when you go through? Or do you have to pay each time you get on? Now the question is, let's say the things settle down and the price of gasoline goes back down to like $3. Let's just say that happens.
6448 says actually, isn't it called culinary arts? Food is art.
It is. That's true. Will they lower the price if the price of gasoline goes back down? Something tells me they probably won't.
Oh, 6448 says that's the tricky part. Will it ever go down?
Yeah. I bet it would. That's really kind of, I just can't see them doing that. Like, all right, so gas went from $3, let's just say rounding, it went from 3 to a little over 4, maybe 4.50. If it goes back down to 3, that's a significant drop. But I'd be shocked if they lower the price. Like, I think airlines are pretty good about that. Airlines are pretty good about raising it if the price of fuel goes up, but then they do tend to bring it back down. Competition require, you know. But I don't know if that's going to work with.
Paula 648 says yes. For the NYC that I was on has an app that you buy tickets or a machine at the piers.
That's good. That's very convenient. Yeah, all the cows are down here. Oh, there's a little one. Why am I reconnecting? Did I pause? There's a little cow. Look, they're all looking at me.
Anapu 594 says don't see any people riding bicycles.
I like the little ones. I can't get enough cows. Oops, I got a truck coming. Right now we're yeah. Maybe there will be some clearer pictures. I like to have a nice, clear picture of a cow.
Paula 6448 says, but you know what? The place I work, we have contracts that have locked in prices and wanting delivery times, so I don't know if it's just a way to get more money.
Yeah, true. Very true. I guess who's coming out to get some Mother's Day stuff? I think I see a van.
Paula 6448 says, I think one day we say a bicycle rider, but it was still dark in morning season.
I guess he already went in and got his donuts. I bet you that the percentage of male customers is going to be very high this morning. Just my guess. Ugh. Who's going to get out of this Jeep? Yep. See, they're all rolling in now. All the dads are rolling in. Here I am, publicly shaming them. That's pretty funny. All right, everybody. I am going.
Paula 6448 says no doubt. Also for brunch. At Angela
True,
Co
true.
5B says, oh, we are back.
We are back. Did we buffer for a while? I saw a thing that said you're live. So that means I wasn't live for a second. But at least we didn't die. The stream didn't die. All right, guys. I'm going to.
Anaku 594 says, have a great day, everyone.
Yes, everybody, enjoy your Mother's Day. Get out, do something. Enjoy the day. Have a good Sunday. And I'll be back tomorrow.
Vivianette says, have a great day. At Hala 6448 says, take care, everyone. Have a good Mother's Day.
All right, folks, you do the same. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the day.